Så er vi ankommet til Diagonalstræde, som vi alle sammen ved ligger i den gamle by i Aarhus. Det er selvfølgelig bare for sjov. Vi står nemlig her i Universal Parken, hvor vi har fået lov til at prøve det kommende Harry Potter Wizards Unite. Og udover det har vi også fået et interview, faktisk 2 interviews, med en af udviklerne hos Warner Brothers og en af udviklerne hos Niantic. Og hvad de har at sige om det kommende Harry Potter-spil, det kan du høre mere om lige nu. We know there's going to be fortresses, and we know we can play up to 5 people. If your friends have different levels than you, can you still do it?
Yeah, absolutely. The game is designed for at fortresses for friends to be able to play together, no matter what levels they are. And so basically, as you progress to more and more difficult chambers and unlock them, if you're a higher level, you can play those, but you can always play any previous chamber. So if we all come together and some of us are only at chamber 5 and others are at chamber 10, we can always all still play together at chamber 5.
How has the AR experience been improved with Harry Potter Wizards Unite?
Yeah, so we've learned a lot through the games that we've built before, from Pokemon Go and Ingress. And the paper-thin line between the wizarding world and the real world is so thin, and we really wanted to ensure that when people play this game, they truly feel like the wizarding world is literally where you are. So we have leveraged Niantic's AR platform to basically have, cross-platform, awesome AR experiences that leverage advanced AR. So what that means is you can, from the get-go, when you spin up an encounter and you see a beast, an artifact, or a character from the wizarding world, you can walk around it in 360. You can obviously capture it, return it back to its rightful place in the wizarding world. In addition, we have a new experience that's never been seen before called Port Keys, where we almost take that AR experience and use it as a portal to transport you into an iconic location within the wizarding world. And the idea for that was, just like in the franchise, port keys are used to travel from one place to the other. We felt like in this game, the best way to do that is to actually create that location within, right next to where you are. And then you can walk into that experience. So we've used the best of Niantic's AR platform. We're leveraging all the know-how that we have built over the years from other games. And we're excited to bring it out to our users.
What other ways are there to play together with your friends at launch?
So, at launch, playing together with your friends is a big part of the game. I mean, that's called Wizards Unite, so we want people to go out and play the game together. So there's a few ways. The first we talked about, obviously, is Wizard Challenges, so that's the big multiplayer feature. At Fortresses, you'll all come together, and that's exciting because you get to choose a different profession, which is kind of a specialization, and depending on what profession you are, you'll be better at defeating certain kinds of foes. So you'll really want to communicate with your friends and plan what you're gonna do together. The other things you can do at launch, well, we have a storyline that's non-linear, and so all of your friends will be getting different snippets of the story at different times. And so we're really hoping people come together and share the different story fragments that they found to try to piece together the mystery of the calamity. What else? So at greenhouses, you're going to be able to collect water and seeds and actually grow potion ingredients at the greenhouses. We haven't talked about this yet, and the feature has not been available in beta, but at worldwide launch, there will be what we call social growing feature at greenhouses. And so you can plant seeds there and then walk away, and then your friends can come by later and collect the potions that have grown. Also at launch, there will be a friends list in the game, so you can use a code to connect with whoever you want inside the game, and that friend list will give you bonuses and wizard challenges and so forth. So yeah, lots of ways to play together.
How will the game work in less populated areas with things like inns and fortresses? How will it compare to like a major city?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, we know very well that there aren't enough locations in rural areas as compared to cities. So from the ground up, we've tried our best to ensure that we can have a good distribution of locations. that is something that we're still working on. That is something we will continue to work on. One way by which we get a few more locations added is through our sponsorships. So in the US, we mentioned that Simon Malls is a partner. They're America's largest mall network. In the coming days, we'll be announcing more partners. That is one way by which we add more locations. Obviously, our Ingress and Pokemon Go players also submit locations, art installations, historical markers, places that have significance in their neighborhoods that are safe and publicly accessible, and we keep weaving those into the Niantic Real World platform. So that is something that we'll continue working on. Having said that, we have ensured, and we've tried our best to deliver a good, rich gameplay experience. So there's obviously items that you get at locations like inns and fortresses, but there is also the foundables that you'll see popping up wherever you are. So, we're trying to ensure that we work and we're moderating at all times, such that there's a good gameplay experience. There's enough for you to do wherever you are, no matter where you are. So that is something the team is still working on, and we'll continue working on it. We'll continue listening to our players, just like we have, and we'll continue delivering on that.
Are there any items that you think will be region locked, like we had with Pokemon? You had to go to America to catch some, or Asia. Will it be the same here in Wizards Unite, and with what kinds of things?
I think that's a great question. I think that is something we want wizarding fans and wizards and witches to discover when they start playing the game. But all I can say is we have learned what works really well from Pokemon Go, and we've brought the best of those learnings to this game as well.
Do you have an idea about how many events there are in the game, how many different fortresses and such? Do you have a number on that yet?
I mean, even if I knew the number off the top of my head, it'd probably be difficult to tell you. The game has a tremendous amount of depth. There's many, I think we have 20 or so chambers, levels of chambers and fortresses to start. We have skill trees associated with all three professions that have many nodes, and yeah, there's a lot of depth to the game.
Quick question about microtransactions. What kind can we expect from this game?
Yeah, that's a great question. We've tried to make sure, just like our other games, that this game is from the ground up. It's a free-to-play game. The entire game experience is completely playable for free. We are absolutely against pay-to-win. That is not a model that we subscribe to. We want to ensure that when people want to spend, they get enough value for that spending. So just like Ingress, just like Pokemon Go, this game is free to play, and you only pay when you want to enhance your experience.
Så har vi ikke mere her fra Magiernes Land, så nu er det jeres tur til at give os nogle svar. Hvad glæder I jer til spillet? Hvad glæder I jer til ved spillet? Hvilket hus skal I være? Skal I være egentlig de seje som mig og være en Ravenclaw, eller skal I være ligesom Lennart og være en Hufflepuffer? Uanset hvad, så må du bare skrive det hernede i kommentarfeltet lige under, og så ses vi ellers bare, når magien starter. Vi ses!